Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Peace be upon you. Thank you very much for inviting me here. Last time I came to an event sponsored by the same organizers. I came in the company of my teacher, my Shaykh, Shaykh Hussain. And he addressed the crowd and I just did the nasheeds, which is a lot easier. Alhamdulillah. Respected speakers and dignitaries, respected elders, young men, young ladies, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. I come from Lebanon, from a small village. And my village is a Sunni village, but next door village is a Shia village. And we went to the same schools. Most of my friends growing up were people from the Shia, following Shia Islam. And we never really saw a difference. We were Muslims. And then, fast forward, I come to America and I practiced Islam the way everybody practices Islam, with praying, fasting. At that time also was a time of turmoil and not too much emphasis on religion. People want you to be a doctor. Everybody wants you to be a doctor. Doesn't it? But when I came to meet my Shaykh, I thought I loved Sayyidina Muhammad and his family. And I grew up, my grandfather's name is Ali. And in our family there's so many Alis and so many Hassans and Hussains. And I thought that I had real love for Sayyidina Muhammad and the family. But when I met my teachers, Mawlana Shaykh Nazim, who are masters of Sufi paths, which is Islamic spirituality, based on the Sunni way. When I met them, I understood that I never loved Prophet and his family. Because then I learned that the soul of Islam as practiced as Sharia only is a body. But the spirit of Islam is love. And love of what? Of perfection, first most. We human beings are molded to love that which is perfect. But we can't mold ourselves onto perfection without seeing it. So Sayyidina Muhammad and his family represent that perfection. They represent what is perfect in humanity. I go even further than that. In our way, this whole existence is created from the light of Prophet according to our teaching. وَعَلَمُوا أَنَّ فِيكُمْ رَسُولَ اللَّهِ, that nothing in this existence that does not have something from the reality of Prophet ﷺ. So Prophet ﷺ is Ar-Rahma al-Muhdat, Rahmatan lil-Alameen. He is mercy not to human beings or Muslims or Christians. No, he's to creations. Sayyidina Muhammad ﷺ is Rahma, mercy, Alameen. Alam is creation, one universe. Alameen is universes. Even beings we don't know, He is mercy to them. Even angels, He is mercy to them. So when you come to understand who that personality is, then you understood that you never really loved Sayyidina Muhammad. Because you never really knew anything about his reality. And then that magnificent creation, who is Khatamun Nabiyyin, he is the seal of prophets. 124,000 prophets from Adam alayhi salam to Noah, to Moses, Jesus, 124,000 of this brotherhood, this fellowship. And he is the seal of all those prophets. And he is their Imam. On his night ascension, the spiritual reality of all the prophets came to greet him, and they all lined up in prayer behind him, as we believe in our way. So when you understand who he is, and we never understand who he is, we just understand something about who he is, because he is Habibullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. When you understand that Allah gave him a title of beloved, Habib, who is giving that title? Allah. So Allah, in all His creation, He has one beloved who is named Sayyidina Muhammad. So then we bring it down a little bit, and we understand that istifa, that Allah chose him for that to be the vessel for creation to appear. Then what kind of family He gave him? What is the reality of Sayyidina Al-Hasan and Sayyidina Al-Hussain? What is the reality of Sayyida Fatima Al-Zahra alayhim as-salam ajma'in? Ana min Hussain, the professor just now put the quote, وَحُسَيْنُ مِنِّي. Ana min Hussain alayhi salam. وَحُسَيْنُ مِنِّي. We understand the second portion. Hussain is from me. Some will say he's the son of Sayyida Fatima alayhi salam. But what does it mean that I am from Hussain? What is that secret? Sayyidina Al-Hussain was taking from the same mannerism, same akhlaq, same fitrah of his grandfather. They are from the same mold. So it's no surprise that he will willingly, knowingly sacrifice everything he has for that love. Because his grandfather is all about love. What did Sayyidina Muhammad, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in His holy book? لَعَلَّكَ بَاخِعٌ نَفْسَكَ. Oh my beloved, my prophet, I'm seeing you're very sorrowful that they're not understanding, that they're not listening to you. He was sad for those who didn't accept him. Rahmat al-Muhdat. So how can then Sayyidina Al-Hussain alayhi salam be any different? When injustice was done, when he knew that his duty, when he's representing Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he had to stand up. He has to stand up for everything that they represent. Because people think dhulm, oppression, affects just the people that are just directly affected, but no. There's a holy hadith of Prophet ﷺ, الظلم لا يدوم وإن دام دمر. Oppression cannot last, but if it does last, it will destroy everything. It destroys the human being. It makes him like an animal. As the professor was just saying, when somebody, you say to them, you have no hope, they become like animals. It destroys the human being, and the human being destroys everything. That is the reality. So Sayyidina Al-Hussain, when he was standing up, alayhi salam, he was standing up to save humanity. When his grandfather stood up against those who wanted to put off his light, the light of Islam, the light of submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sayyidina Muhammad and his family, alayhi salam, sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. He is the one that from his light, their lights came, Ahlul Bayt. And I can tell you that in our way, my Shaykh said one thing to me one time. He said, "Oh my son, Sufism and spirituality is one thing and one thing only. تعظيم وتوقير النبي وآل بيته. Respecting, honoring, supporting, loving Ahlul Bayt and loving Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There is no other thing. Take that love away, there is no spirituality. It's just an empty body. Love is the way. This is our way. I don't know how much time they expect me also to sing some nasheeds. How much time do I have? I didn't start it, I'm sorry. 15 to 20. Trying to play a trick on them. Sorry. So they are mountains. They are mountains of human beings. What kind of yaqeen? What kind of certainty? What kind of selflessness? To be able to knowingly know that you are going to meet your death. And knowingly that your family may be humiliated. What kind of belief? This is not something human. It's beyond the human capacity. That for Sayyidina Hussain to wake up that morning and tell his family to get ready and to move on that way and that long way, knowing what is waiting for him. Why? To set an example. To set an example and a mold. Very difficult to attain. But to a direction, a destination. For generations after to come. And to say, that is the highest mode of selflessness. This is where I need to be. But that starts with our own lives. What we're witnessing right now in this world today is complete injustice spreading worldwide. It's easy to point fingers at the American government or the you want to say Saudi or the Saudi, no problem. Or many other governments. Yeah. I'm getting inspiration. But governments in general nowadays. But it doesn't end there. كما تكونوا يولى عليكم. حديث النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. As you are, you will have leaders. The reason why at the time that Sayyidina Ali alayhi salam was martyred, Sayyidina al-Hassan was martyred, Sayyidina al-Hussain, because the people there did not deserve such leaders. Because they have left the way of their grandfather. Because it was big futuhat, they opened Persia, they opened Rome, all the money, all the wealth, and they were starting to deviate from the way. They couldn't follow such a'lam. But this is now the time that we are witnessing. That now, people, easy to say, oh, Trump is this or Trump is that. But who is Trump representing? He's representing a state, the state the people are in. If the people weren't in that state, he would never have been president. Similarly, worldwide, it starts with us. Injustice is here also. That fire that is raging, that's burning in the world starts here, in every human being. When you make the choices against what is right, against Allah's commands, then the fight begins within. Prophet ﷺ said, when he was coming, he said, we're coming from battle. He was coming from battle where people their limbs were being cut. And what did he say to his companions? We are coming back from small jihad to the greater jihad. When we fix ourselves and those in our circles, when we live according to the values and morals of our leaders and guides and lights, like Sayyidina Hussain alayhi salam, then we can go out and try to effect positive change in the world. But until that happens, how are we going to? Muslims worldwide say, why is this happening to us? Look at yourself. No, Israel is doing this to us. They are doing this to us. No, it starts with us. Tazkiyatun nafs. Prophet ﷺ, 13 years teaching, suluk, making his companions to understand that purification of yourself comes first. Tazkiyah. What can we say about the sacrifices of Ahlul Bayt? It's still going on till today. According to Azhar al-Sharif, they did a guesstimation of how many Ahlul Bayt live in this world today. They're saying 27 million worldwide. That light of Ahlul Bayt is what's keeping this world sane. There's a poet from Yemen that they sing his song and his poetry. He said, أهل البيت المصطفى الطهري هم أمان الأرض فالذكر شبهوا بالأنجم الزهري مثل ما قد جاء في السنن. The أهل البيت الطهر, purified, they are the safety of the people of earth. شبهوا بالأنجم, they are like stars. I'm gonna, inshallah, because I'm feeling. Okay, we're okay?
Yeah, we're okay.
Okay, so let me see if my singing is probably a lot better than my speaking, so I'll sing something. إن في الجنة نهرا من لبن لعلي وحسين وحسن لعلي وحسين وحسن إن في الجنة نهرا من لبن لعلي وحسين وحسن لعلي وحسين وحسن حب آل البيت فرض عندنا حب آل البيت فرض عندنا وبهذا الحب لا نخشى المحن وبهذا الحب لا نخشى المحن. إن في الجنة نهرا من لبن لعلي وحسين وحسن، لعلي وحسين وحسن. كل من كان محبا لهم، كل من كان محبا لهم يدخل الجنة من غير حزن، يدخل الجنة من غير حزن. إن في الجنة نهرا من لبن لعلي وحسين وحسن، لعلي وحسين وحسن. This nasheed I wrote about love, inshallah. اللهم صل على المصطفى، اللهم صل على المصطفى حبيبنا محمد عليه السلام، وعلى آله عليهم السلام. The love of Muhammad and his family is my true religion, my reason to be. And if when I die my sins are too many, the love of Muhammad will rescue me. The love of Muhammad will rescue me. Allahumma salli ala صلوا اللهم صل على المصطفى حبيبنا محمد عليه السلام، وعلى آله عليهم السلام. For Allah to love you, obey His command. It says, if you love me, then follow Muhammad. To follow Muhammad, you must love Muhammad. For how can you follow that which you don't love? For how can you follow that which you don't love? Allahumma salli ala Allahumma salli ala al-Mustafa Habibna Muhammad alayhi salam wa ala alihi alayhi salam. If you love Muhammad, you must love everyone, for his light is truly inside everyone. He's the mercy sent to everyone. Only through love can we all be one. Only through love can we all be one. Allahumma salli ala al-Mustafa. Allahumma salli ala al-Mustafa Habibna Muhammad alayhi salam. Habibna Muhammad alayhi salam. رضينا يا بني الزهراء رضينا بحب فيكم يرضينا بينا. رضينا يا بني الزهراء رضينا بحب فيكم يرضينا بينا. صلوا على الحبيب صلى الله عليه وسلم.